This is Serve and Spill with your hosts Deana and Krystina. We are here to say what you're thinking with no edits.
So whether you like your tea sweet or your coffee black, we like it piping hot as we serve and spill. Serve and Spill.
Welcome to today's serious talk here on Serve and Spill. We want to address something really important and how important it is to express how you feel always. And ladies and gentlemen, that is what we call a truth bomb. Dun dun dun.
Truth bombs.
Do you have a truth bomb? Like, what is your truth bomb?
Oh, I was actually talking about this with Bill this morning before I left. My truth bomb, the thing that really gets me instantly, where I just, you can see it on my face. Mm-hmm. And we've talked about this. I don't have time. I don't have time.
Oh, when people say it to you.
Yeah, I don't have time.
Okay, I thought when you say it, I'm like, you say that?
No, I don't have time. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I've just stopped.
Liar.
I've stopped with the, that's unfortunate. My response every single time, if you say I don't have time, I say you do.
No, don't even give them a response anymore. Just walk away.
No, I do. Because it makes you feel like an asshole. It does. Because guess what? They do. Because if it was a life or death situation, they would do it. And that brings me to, can I just do the first one?
Yeah, let's do it. We had people, we're going to share anonymously, but we did have people who chimed in, and we're going to read your truth bombs.
Okay. That brings me to, the I don't have time brings me to, someone wrote in, people who lack accountability. So people who lack accountability, same thing with I don't have time.
I just got fired up.
Yeah, well, you do, because it's you do what you prioritize. And a lot of people just like to complain, is really what it comes down to. They complain that they're fat. They complain that their spouse and them have a bad relationship. They complain that their kids suck. They complain everything which way. And it's like, well, what are you doing? Yeah. What are you contributing? And what are you doing to fix it? Because those are the two things that you should look at. Because it goes back to the controllable.
Yeah. You're doing a lot of energy complaining about it.
Yeah. If you're in a situation that you feel very stressed and for whatever topic, what are you doing to change your situation?
Real McCoy wrote a song for a reason.
I saw the sign.
Run away, run away, run away and save your life.
I think it's Say Goodbye.
Well, I changed it.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't. I messed up. Thanks for calling me out.
No, it's kind of like when Billy says something with such
confidence,
and I'm like, no, 2 + 2 is not 5.
It's 7. Accountability. Going back to that, we had a whole podcast episode on that.
Yeah,
this is something that happened when I was talking about what fired me up, and with the rotting of the teeth and all this just kind of came new, like the snake on the floor. That's my vibe.
Love that snake. I should name that snake.
What would the name be?
Not Bob, because Bob's my man.
Envy? No, because I don't like that store.
Well, we'll think about it.
Yeah, we'll think about you. Checkered?
Checks.
I like it. Checks the snake. I'll show you behind the scenes one day what we're talking about. It's a ruggable, I think it's Jonathan Adler, maybe something like that. It was on sale. Anywho, this whole thing of giving people different counts of accountability. So I'm going to hold you to a different standard.
Yeah.
Because I don't like you.
Right.
But Becky over there,
right,
she's doing the same thing you're doing, but we're just going to let it loose. No, that's not. No.
Everybody should be on the even playing field.
Right. That's like me saying that. I'm sorry. I'm so
harsh. Do you need an Alani?
I'm good. Let's say I'm the manager of the podcast, and you're also a manager of the podcast, and I'm coming late every time we have to record, and you're always here.
That was another one.
And
that was another pet peeve.
It's I'm okay, we're fine. Let's just do this. And we're getting paid the same amount of money, but you're always here and I'm not. That's just not, that's not how that works.
No. And there has to be accountability.
100%.
And there has to be repercussions.
Well, yeah, because they think that if you say to them you're late, it's like, it's okay. Like,
they
don't
play the victim.
Yeah, like, oh, you don't understand.
I'm telling you, I have clients. I had a client around the holidays, and it was a jam-packed day, and I got called to the funeral home, so I had to add that into my day. You know, plus I'm on program, so I have to make sure that I'm prioritizing, and I'm, again, a very, like, to-the-minute planner.
Yeah.
So, like, when your appointment's at 9 o'clock, and now I'm calling you.
No.
At 9:10, and I'm like,
no, you're
hi,
canceled.
just making sure.
You're canceled.
And they're like, oh, well, I'm on my way, but you don't have to blow me out if not. It's 20 degrees out. I have to blow your hair out because otherwise, like, if you get sick.
But then what's the point?
But then it's just like, oh, see, but this goes into the next one of, like, people who are not, like, I'm pretty punctual, right? Like, I feel like if I'm on time, I'm almost late, right?
Yeah.
And it stresses me out to not be on time, and I feel like it's rude, and I feel like you take advantage of other people's time.
You do.
And this is, I'm not, I always say, like, I'm not a morning person, but I feel like I've adapted to waking up early is what it is. I'm not a morning person. I'd rather sleep in. I just don't think I physically can anymore because for years now I've been getting up so damn early.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But it's like,
Mom life.
But it's like, you know, again, I have things that I have to do for myself before my kids get up. So if I don't get up, then my whole day is thrown up. And then thrown off. But it's also thrown off for other people who are depending on me to be at places at certain times. Like adulthood.
And ready, their response, truth bomb. But you're here. It's okay.
Yeah.
Or my favorite is like, so what they did, their response of you don't have to blow me out is the same response of like, okay, but I stay here later. Like when everybody goes home, I'm still here after. That does not make up for the point that you are late.
This is why, like, I'm very selective with who I take at my house because there was people at the salon that consistently. This woman who came very late was one of them, but she's a good person and I do try to look past it. But there's certain times like that where I'm just like... It
can't, you know what it is? So they're taking advantage also of your kindness. Another truth bomb.
And the fact that I'm home.
Right.
Yeah.
And what they forget is like...
But they didn't give a shit when I was at the salon. And now I have appointments back to back to back. And
I would just say, you know what? After 10, like at most businesses are 10 to 15 minutes. If you're not there, your appointment's dropped. That's it. Or if you're going to be late, wash your hair at home and come and I will cut and trim and blow it out.
Yeah.
Do that.
And the kicker of it is, I know she lives 15 minutes from me. Probably 12 to 15.
That drives me.
So when you show up at 9:15, I know you didn't leave till 9 o'clock because your appointment was at 9. Didn't take you that long to get... Okay.
Start doing late charges.
It's hard enough to get people to pay what I charge, and I give a hefty discount at my house. Hefty discount.
I mean, tell them if they're going to be late, you're just going to buzz some parts of their hair. You know?
Yeah, if I slip up with the buzzers, like,
it's not your fault.
Sorry, I was rushing because you were 15 minutes late.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. You threw out one because two of them came in at once with that.
All right. Is this the same person? Is this what you read from this person?
Yes, that was the not being punctual.
Okay, so the second one?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Okay.
She's funny. I like her.
I kind of like this one. A lot of adults are a lot dumber than you think.
It's so true. Can I just say how, as an adult, and I say this to my mom all the time, like, as an adult, when I was a kid or I was in school, I would think adults knew all the things. Like, they had all the answers. As an adult... I have no idea what the fuck is going on half the time. Like, I'll be in a conversation. Bill and I are watching this show. We're watching Yellowstone.
Oh, James is watching that. That's not my vibe.
Season 2, and like,
it's not my vibe.
Last night, I'm like, and I'm very conscious of not being on the phone or answering texts when we're watching a show. Like, I'm giving my attention to the show and the time I'm spending with Bill, right? Because that's another thing I hate. Hate the phone. It's rude. When you're constantly like, I hate the dinner time when the fucking phone's going off, and I'm just like, okay, I'll take my phone out to take a picture, but then it's going away.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be on the phone.
Just getting mad.
But, go ahead. Just take over, because I'm getting angry.
No, go with it. Rotting of the teeth. Here we go.
Rotting of the teeth. So, I don't know. I just feel like it's something where I don't know what's going on with Yellowstone.
Well,
I don't know. I try to pay attention. Last night I'm on the phone. I said to him, I'm going to do my birthday post tonight because it takes me forever to do
could it be that it's not your vibe and you're...
I think it is.
Because it's like when you read a book and you're just not into it,
Yeah.
you don't really know what's going on and you find yourself rereading it and you're like, well, this is pointless.
Yeah.
I don't think it's you don't know what's going on. I think
It's just not holding my interest.
Yeah, I think what this person is saying about people are dumb is the people that you approach in the world, whether you know them or you don't, and they just start talking and you're just like, shut up.
Yeah, I do that with people though that I know are dumb.
Like politics is a big one.
Yeah.
Like I love the younger ones today who vibe off of their parents and only hear
and have no idea what's going on.
They have no... If you've ever asked them, okay, so you're a big fan of Bob Ross. Bob Ross is running for president, right?
I love Bob Ross.
I just
happy little trees.
threw that out there. And going against Bob Ross is Madonna, let's say.
Okay.
Very two totally different people. She's very sexualized, where he's happy trees.
Right.
And if all you know them by is
what you're told
and what you see quickly on TikTok, and if you ask those people, okay, well, what are your political views about environmental safety and toxicity in foods? They have no idea. They can't speak to that level.
No, they can't.
So back down and shut up.
Correct. Yeah, I think that goes back with a lot of things. Think about the drinking, the Surgeon General warning that we're talking about. You have to have someone tell you. A Surgeon General warning has to come out for you to know that drinking alcohol is not good for you.
If it says though that a pregnant woman shouldn't drink, don't you think that would apply to everyone? That's like when the world first realized how we shouldn't be putting certain things on our skin with makeup, but then those certain things are in our food.
Foods.
Why would it be? Yes. Why would it be okay to be in the food?
Because you're told. It's kind of going back to the politics thing. If your parents tell you a certain thing, this is how it is. But then when you actually start to look and research, or someone says to you, okay, well, why do you like this person? What have they done? And you're like, I don't know, but I don't like this person. Okay, but why? Come up with an explanation and I'll have more of a conversation with you. But it's with everything. It's with the health. It's with the news. It's with the politics. It's with the skincare. It's with the alcohol. People blindly live.
They also believe whatever they hear on the internet too, which is like, whoa. I was happy in the 80s, not, my Wikipedia was looking at a dictionary or encyclopedia.
Looking up penis.
Pen 15.
Pen 15. You did say that. Yeah, looking up Pen 15.
That was the way you could say it in school without getting in trouble. The kids were like, do you have a Pen 15? And I'm like, you're a moron. Straight up moron.
I like that one. Pen 15.
And then you would do you remember like the Pen 15 game?
No, I didn't even know Pen 15 until you told me this.
So it was called the penis game. Someone would go, penis.
Oh, and you say it louder?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I played that game.
So I did this we were probably like 14 years old.
Yeah, like
I did this
grade.
with like my quiet friend, my friend who's like a goody. Penis. And then she was like, penis! She like yelled it, and I was like,
Pen 15
in the library.
Oh.
I think she was kicked out. Sorry. All right, we have more. Let's do this.
Do we have more? Let's see. Which ones? See, you know what
I have one. So truth bomb. Just socks and sandals.
Okay. But what kind?
So
okay.
I
socks
think
and sandals. It's loose because I'm fine with the slides.
I think the athletic approach is wonderful, but the hiker sandals.
Like the Crocs?
No, the Velcro ones that have like 40 different Velcros going across.
Okay. Hikers?
Like, I feel like they wear them hiking. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do I have to pull
a picture? You know what I don't like? And I've seen it. Sandals. I've seen the ones with in between the toes with the socks.
How? I might do that when I go pick my kid up off the bus because I don't put shoes on.
I've seen it. I mean, I could tell you the store I saw it at, and you could probably guess which store I saw it at.
Walmart?
Yep.
Yeah. That's about right.
I mean, it's kind of acceptable there.
Like these.
No, I've never seen them with socks. Those are the Jesus sandals.
Especially like that.
No, I've never seen that with socks.
Yes.
Really?
Oh my God, yes.
I feel like an old woman. The woman that I was telling you about that was 15 minutes late, she would wear those with socks.
Especially these.
I've never in my life seen those with socks.
If you just,
But now
I
going
googled
to.
hiking
It's like the
sandals, you'll know what I'm
kid-
talking
it's like
about.
the kid looking out the window, not in the seat. And then I'm driving home, and I called you. I'm like, guess what I just saw?
Now you're gonna see it.
I'm gonna see it today.
You're gonna be at Walmart. We're gonna be at the game.
I'm gonna be at the game, and I'm gonna see, and I'm gonna call this person out and be like, I was just talking about those sandals with socks. I have to have my conversation with a stranger for this part of the program. That's gonna be my conversation, talking about their socks and sandals and how we just talked about how that was the dumbest shit.
Then, like, all last year, all the kids in high school were doing it because it's an athletic thing. Like, after a game, basketball, whatever, you leave your socks on and you just put sandals on. A lot of professional athletes do it. But then the kids were doing it with Crocs. So they were doing the sandals with the white Crocs.
Oh, yeah.
That was trendy. I don't know why.
I've seen that. Yeah, the white Crocs.
Isn't that dirty and dingy?
The girls did that. Yeah, then they get real dirty and dingy.
All right.
Let's see. Yeah, I gave you those two.
We kind of talked about this one already. The extreme of anything, either the extreme left or the extreme right, extreme healthy versus the non-healthy. So you're not open, I guess, to understanding. You're just like, I'm either gonna like lock myself in a padded room and stay away from what's happening in the world because, well, it's hitting the fan, or I'm not going to eat anything that is not picked from the ground. And it's like,
yeah,
all right.
Like you have to have some balance.
Yeah, the water
you can't,
you're drinking. Hello.
Yeah, I know. I just was listening to a Mel Robbins podcast.
I love Mel Robbins. And do you know, I fell down a rabbit hole. I started listening to...
Did you listen to the Let Them Theory one?
Nope.
I listened to that one.
I listened to Sarah Adams on the Sean Ryan show.
I don't know who either of those are.
So I fell in a hole. I heard it on TikTok. Sean Ryan
Here we go again.
had Sarah Adams on in December, and she was talking about like all the terrorists, Al Qaeda, all that stuff, and
are these like conspiracy theories?
I don't know, because she was in the CIA and she was let go.
And this is where I go down the rabbit hole too, because I'm like, this stuff makes sense.
But then the thing she was saying,
the people who were involved in it, now they're speaking out. It's making sense.
Here's why it makes me like, I'm chilling.
Stars start to align. The drones. Can we talk about the drones?
Yeah, well,
don't worry about the drones.
No, just smart dust fell down. It's fine. We're just inhaling. We all have some type of microchip in our body right now, so they're tracking us permanently.
Don't worry about the drones.
But she said something that they're not going, there's a distraction. So all these soft targets, New Orleans, some of these airplanes, an airplane in Dallas got shot at on the runway. The fire, lighting the person on fire. Over in New York City, there was a Brooklyn shooting. Like all these things happening.
Car that was blown up.
Yep, the Tesla. These are called soft targets, she said, while they're busy planning something else. So all these distractions, because they want easy, like not mass things yet, but they want an easy target, something that's just going to show you. It's like a worship killing, they call it, or something like that. And I was like, woof, like I want to listen to the rest of it. And here's the thing, and it's then
scary. But see, my sister was talking to me about this yesterday. We were talking about these things, and she was like, "Have you looked into the guy with the Tesla?" And I was like, "No." Like my friend sent it to me the other day, and I was looking through it, and I was just like, "I do. I go down the rabbit holes." And I said to her, "I was like, I get it,
yeah."
And I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying that it's making it's. I'm not saying
it was a message.
Correct.
Elon Musk's car at the Trump.
Exactly. So and I'm not saying that what it is at face value. It may be something that was done to look a certain way that really wasn't. Okay. Yeah. However, I can't control this.
Correct.
If anything else is being planned or these are distractions, I can't control that.
Right.
And like I was talking to Bill about it, and he's like, it's so much energy wasted on stuff.
You can't live in fear.
You can't live like that.
You just got to be prepared.
It is what it is.
That's
and
it.
You have to live your, like, with everything, people, with the politics, with the election. Mm-hmm. No matter who gets in,
doesn't matter.
I can't control,
change it.
And I'm still going to live the way I live. I'm not moving out of the country if someone gets in before somebody else. I'm not doing this.
Right.
I'm going to continue to live my life. I'm going to continue to instill the values that I have for my kids, no matter who's in office. And I just feel like that's how you should live, because otherwise you live in fear, you live in stress, and
I don't want that.
Shit you can't control.
That's why the CIA agent said, just be prepared. Like when you go out,
like you have to be on guard, but you have to be on guard when you go to Walmart. You see on the Facebook pages, they have the people in the parking lot like trying to distract you to take your kids at Walmart right over here.
I go with a knife. It's not a machete. Like, every time I say that, someone thinks I have a machete. Knife? Yeah. Listen, Mama Bear ain't messing around. Let me tell you something. I am legit. Idea. This is the person I am. You ready?
Like a Swiss Army knife.
My husband thinks I'm crazy. He saw me do this once. I get out of the car, I have both kids in the shopping cart, and I saw a mom do this. I'm going to start doing this. She puts, that like clip you put on your keys, that army clip?
Yes.
She clips the kids' back of the pants to the shopping cart. So if they were to try to pull the kids out, they can't.
Almost like a modern day secretive leash.
Yeah, right? Leash. So, and then I do this. Ready? So I friggin' eyeball and I scan. My eyeballs are wide open and I'm scanning.
I was with all 3 kids.
And I keep, the lifeguards that do this?
Yeah.
This is Mama. This is Mama Bear ready. And let me tell you something. Both kids go in the same door. Both kids are not locked up. I close the door. I lock it. I push the car away. I take the bags. I throw them. I lock the car again. I get in. I lock me in. I start the car. And then I crawl my ass over the seat and lock them in.
Yeah.
Because if I need to pull away, they're not going to be in their car seats and they might get a bump and bruise, but they're safe.
Yeah.
And the knife's in my pocket, so don't mess with me. You heard my stomach?
Your belly? Yeah, your belly was like, yeah, girl, you get that.
No bubble guts in here. No. This is all anger.
Yes.
What is going on?
I don't know.
But yeah, no, like, no joke. Like, I don't
blame you. It's a crazy... People are...
Well, I won't even go to the mall without my husband and the kids. Meaning, like, if I have to go to the mall with my kids, I'm not doing it. He has to come with me. Because we were once followed. This is the world we live in.
Yeah, it's crazy.
In the daylight.
Well, that's what happens. This is the things I'm reading on the Facebook, on these mom groups for our town. That they're like, yeah, I was followed. But I'm telling you, so I was at Walmart last week with all 3 kids because it was after Christmas because they were already starting to put out the Valentine shit. And we're walking out and I'm doing the self-checkout. And Savannah's like, Mom, that lady looks like she's looking for us. And I looked up and there's this woman with a baseball cap on and a blue hoodie, and she's like walking back and forth in front of the self-checkout, like, what I'm talking about in Walmart.
Yeah.
And she's like kind of like looking, but she was like, I almost
was she a secret shopper, maybe like one of those secret people?
I don't know, because I'm like, did we forget to scan something? And then I'm like, no. So I looked at my receipt, I was good. So I'm like, all right, let's go out. So now I go out, and you show the woman your receipt, and they're just like, oh, okay, you're good. So we go to walk out, and Savannah's like, Mom, I think she's following us. And I'm like, well, we paid for all of our shit, so I don't know, just keep walking. So now I'm thinking, like, if this woman is, like, someone who's going to try to, like, steal us or my kids or, like, just, like...
Oh, I stop and I turn around because I want them to know I know what you look like now.
Yeah.
So I just
left.
I was with Old Navy.
She was fine.
I was at Old Navy with me yesterday, and she let go of my hand for a second, and then there was this guy, and he was like looking at the socks. I grabbed her hand. I said, "Baby, give me your hand." I never say the kids' names in public. I'm like, "Baby, give me your hand," and I literally looked at him.
Make sure.
And I said, and I didn't look at her. I said, "Come on, let's go." And I like literally walked away, like eyeballs stared at him. So now I know what you look like.
Yeah. People are nuts.
The one thing I learned best too is always know what your kids are wearing, because if they do grab your kids, don't say your kid's name. You're like, blue jeans, pink shirts, sneakers on.
Good idea.
Because if you say the name, then the person's like, no, come on, Bobby, stop screaming, Bobby, get in the car. Yeah. So you just scream what they're wearing, and then you got to do I forget what we called it when we learned it, but it's like like that deep, like, no yell.
I don't know.
It's like a bear yell or something.
Is it?
Yeah. Because when James was getting fouled that one time when we were at the mall, I literally opened the door and I had both kids in my hands and I'm like, James! Like, it was like such a scary, and everyone
like
stopped.
House buddy.
Because if you scream today, Krystina.
That's it.
Because if you stop and you're like, like kids crying, screaming, nobody turns around anymore. So you have to be like freakishly scary for people to recognize you.
Or you just scream out, fuck.
No.
If you scream it out, fuck, people are going to turn around and look at you. Hell yeah. If you hear a kid screaming, I'm going to be like, well, I'm not with my kids, so at least it's not me.
Yeah.
You know? But if you start screaming out like obscenities.
And then the priest walks by.
Well, then no one should be stealing kids in front of a priest. That's your ticket to hell.
Oh, I don't think.
But if you're stealing kids, you're not going to heaven, anyways.
Yeah, you're ready. You're ready to. So get yourself a knife. I have a good company if you need one.
I think we have one more.
Do we? I might have another one too. No.
People who blow their nose
Like
and
I
then
just did.
put the tissue on the table.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I've never done that, and you need to go to hell. That's disgusting.
It's so
You're
gross.
disgusting. You're
I
disgusting.
have a thing, though, with, like, snot and spit.
As my nose is dripping, I'm like...
No, like people who, like, blow their nose while they're, like, I don't know, or, like...
like sucking a snot in?
Ugh.
Just blow your nose, you dingo.
I can't. It's just like the thick, I think, like I instantly get like the fat tongue and like the saliva in my mouth, like I'm going to vomit. Ugh.
No.
Not a good habit.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God, can I just tell you something funny? It just reminded me.
I'm going to throw up.
So we pick up Kenzie last night after we go to dinner.
Salivating.
After we go to dinner, we go pick up Kenzie from the school. And we're driving home, and she's got like a little bit of like a post-nasal, but she's good with it. Like Bill's always like, if you feel it, like, and like spit it out, like whether it's in a napkin or, and like she did it the other day, and I was like, oh, Ken, please. And she was like, and I was like, it just instantly turns my stomach. So she's in the back seat, we're in Bill's truck, and she starts with the,
oh no.
And he's like, do you need to spit that out? And she's like, uh-huh. And I'm like, I don't have a tissue. So he's like, just roll down the window and spit it out. And she's like, I'm going to spit it on your car. No. Oh. So we were stopped at a light. So he's like, just roll down the window and like lean your head out because like we're stopped. We're not driving. So she does it and she like spits and she goes, I did it. Huck to her. And I look at Bill and I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, she doesn't know what it means. And I'm like, Ken's. And she's like, oh, my friends say it. Yeah.
Oh, oops.
So she was doing huck to her.
Well, I heard she got like bye because she was
like 5 minutes of fame.
I don't know even why she had fame.
Because people like stupid shit on the internet. And then they make memes and then they make shirts. Because that was right around when I went down the shore in July and there was shirts all over the boardwalk that said,
really?
Oh, yeah. Her face was on shirts. The saying was on shirts. It was, yeah. And my friend... who her son and Mackenzie are the same age, she had said that he kept saying, Mom, what's Haktua? What's Haktua? And he was looking it up and she finally said to him, it's spit on a penis. And I'm like, Kim,
but
she
only became famous because people lied about her life. They said she was a teacher who got fired from her job. She wasn't a teacher. She was like a farmer or something like that. What is it?
Like a shit kicker.
What does that mean?
Like someone who works on a farm.
Oh, I was like, you kick poop around?
Yeah. Cow shit. Horse shit.
Ew.
Like shit kicking.
I kind of want to be a farmer in this world today, though.
I know.
I'm not kidding. Like, I'm going to work so hard for a garden this spring. Like,
I know.
People are going to want to come shopping in my backyard. It's going to be that lush.
And then your pumpkins in the front in the fall.
I know. You can come pumpkin picking in the fall and shop in the back.
Yeah. Get all your gardening needs, your farmer's market in the back and...
Okay, is that illegal though? I can't do that though. Well, I don't know.
Actually,
People have farm stands.
You can have your house as a farm and then you don't pay taxes.
Oh. So do I just have to get one cow?
I don't know how that works. I think that's... I remember my friend lives up in Stockholm and she was telling me one time that there was like this house on the corner and it's a huge house and it's actually like a legal like farm because they sell eggs and stuff like that and I guess veggies.
That's how that big... Did you ever on your way to Windlass? Did you ever go? Okay, so if you go, there was this whole plot of land, and I saw them building the house, and I'm like, oh my god, dream home. Hopefully, if it's for sale, they have a farm. They like have some chickens. Is it right on the street? Yeah, it's like right off the main street.
And there's like the gate in front of it.
Yes,
I know exactly.
But it always says closed. I mean, and it could take up to 2 years to like get some vegetation
harvest. Good harvesting, like Farmville.
I'm telling you right now, I'm saying it out loud. I know everything I do is so not of this, but if I was given the opportunity to like own a farm and like have James have his like own farm to table legit restaurant attached to it where we just do breakfast lunch, sign me up.
Always says he wants to do a breakfast lunch place. He loves that shit.
Who?
Bill.
Really?
Yeah.
Why don't they collab? Like James is a legit chef.
That's true. He is a chef.
And we could like PR it.
And then we can do all of our stuff there.
We could have a podcast. Farm to table and some of all that extra
shit.
There you go. We're not carers.
No, we're not shit kickers.
I'm not kicking any of that stuff.
I'm not kicking nothing.
Except people in the face.
Rotten teeth. Lollipop.
You lollipop. What was it? What did I say that rhymed though?
I don't know. Come on, my brain's fried, I feel like.
I'll have to go back and listen to this because there's a couple titles I have for this podcast. I don't remember though.
Me neither.
We did a lot today.
It was good.
Yeah.
Good times. Very accomplished.
Multiple topics.
Alani, orange kiss.
I just had decaf coffee. So, but Christina.
So, Mackenzie found it. Mackenzie found it.
I put it out in the universe because Walmart, listen, I love you, but knock it off. I ordered right before Christmas to put in people's Christmas gifts the 12-pack of the Yeti Olipop Vintage Cola. Wow, these are nice and cold.
They were in my fridge.
But they're still
But they were refrigerated.
Feel it. It's still cold.
Yeah, they were refrigerated when I got them from the store. And then I just kept them in my fridge.
Yeah, well, they sent me the regular. Not Yeti. So everyone's like little stocking stuffer went downhill. And then Christina just brought me over a jingle bag, I call it, because it was jingling of happiness. And yeah.
You know what I like about drinking out of a brewmate, though?
Stays cold?
And you can drink it fast. Like, this is empty, but it doesn't feel like it's empty.
What do you mean, drink it fast?
Like, when you don't realize how much you're drinking. That's why people like to drink booze out of this, because they could drink booze quick. But I like to drink
really?
Yeah, you don't feel like, you're like, oh, shit.
I just got a brewmate coffee cup.
My mom got me a coffee cup
Those
for
are great.
Christmas.
It's a walk, and you could throw that thing.
My mom got me that for Christmas. I got this for myself a couple weeks ago. And then...
You should get the leggings to match.
I have leggings like this that I bought. Yeah, I do. I have ones like this.
That should be lighter. That should be when you do your commercial.
Oh, okay. Like, I already picked my outfit out.
Fabulous, fabulous. There you go. Alani, look at her.
Pink slush. That's orange kiss. My fave.
One can, one show, and that's how it goes here on Serve and Spill, ladies and gents. We've served up a lot and spilled tons more. I officially said my first curse word, and you're a lollipop. Anything you want to end this podcast with? Episode?
I don't think so. I think that was it. Okay. I don't even think I could follow that if I tried. So we're just going to stop right there.
Well, I just put it away. Here. Olipop. Cheers, Alani. We have all this space. We would like your name to be here. You can just email me, thequeenbuzz@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram and do all the fabulous things. Bye. Yay. Thanks for tuning in to Serve and Spill. Remember to subscribe to our Patreon. That's patreon.com/serveandspill. Every other Thursday at 6 a.m. And we do come with a warning label, so be careful. Our tea and coffee is extremely hot.